Hello learners, welcome to my vlog. I'm currently here in MAPEH Terminal because I'll be traveling to different Southeast Asian countries and explore on their architectures and sculptures. Come and join me in discovering these magnificent historical landmarks. But before that, do you know what is an architecture? How about a sculpture? Do you know the difference between the two? Sculpture and architecture are two terms that are often confused in terms of their meanings and connotations. Actually, both are different in their meanings. A sculpture is a three-dimensional work of art made by modeling, carving, or joining materials. Architecture, on the other hand, is the designing and construction of buildings. This is the main difference between a sculpture and architecture. Okay, I think you're ready. Let's now start with our adventure. Southeast Asian and architectures are heavily influenced by the people's beliefs and religion. Most important works have withstood the test of time, having been created thousands of years ago. It tells the stories of the country's culture, religion, history, and development. So now I'm here in Cambodia. For thousands of years, the art of stone carving has flourished in Cambodia. This has been part of their culture. It is also an important source of livelihood for most of them. From small statues to magnificent carvings found in Angkor Wat, the art of sculpting is one of the most cherished art forms in Cambodia. Angkor Wat, or Temple City, was built in the first half of 12th century and is included in the UNESCO 7 Wonders of the World. It is surrounded by 4 smaller towers and a series of enclosure walls. Sculptures contribute greatly to Cambodia's tourism industry. Closely observe the characteristics of the Bayon Temple in Cambodia. Sawadika, now I'm here in Thailand. Thailand traditional sculptures and architectures are popular throughout the world. Their sculptures date back to 4,000 years. Wood, stone, clay, and various metals are commonly used as materials for their sculptures. The most notable of these are the Thai gold and bronze sculptures. The love for sculptures is evident among Thais, as you can see these along the streets, markets, churches, temples, and malls. Wat Phra Kaew, otherwise known as the Temple of the Emerald Buddha, is regarded as one of the most important temples in Thailand. The construction began in the year 1782. The temple is embellished with elaborate carvings, paintings, and sculptures throughout this temple that made these very aesthetically pleasing. It is where the statue of Emerald Buddha is housed. The Emerald Buddha, or the Phra Kaew Morakot, is decorated with pure gold clothing. The actual statue is not made from emerald, as some believe, but was actually carved from a single block of jade. It is believed that those who worship the Emerald Buddha will obtain good luck in return. Sabaydi from Laos. If Cambodia has stone carvings, Lao artisans used various media in their sculptures. Even precious metals such as bronze, gold, and silver are used. The Frasai of the 16th century is a famous statue made from gold and is renowned in several countries. The Phra Bang gold cast sculpture is also one of the Laos' most recognized artworks. It is believed that the sculptures contain the relics of Buddha. Apa kabar, learners? I hope that you're still with me. We're now in Indonesia. The sculptures of ancient Indonesia are made from stone, bronze, and Iron Age materials. These can be found in numerous archaeological sites in the different regions of the country. The native Indonesia tribes usually create sculptures that depict their ancestors, deities, and animals. This is evident in the pre-Hindu Buddhist and pre-Islamic sculptures from the tribes. These are the most remarkable sculptures in Indonesia. Borobudur Temple. This temple is a popular architectural landmark in Indonesia. It is one of the world's largest Buddhist temples and one of the spectacular monuments ever built in the 19th century. It was designed by the architect Gunadarma Borobudur. It has a number of stone reliefs and sculptures which illustrate the story of Buddha. Welcome to Singapore. One of the famous sculptures in Singapore is the Merlion. The idea of using this as a symbolical representation of Singapore started in 1964 with the newly established Singapore Tourism Board and was designed by Alec Fraser Brunner. It was created by the late Lim Nang Seng out of cement fondue. Okay, this is the very magnificent sculpture and symbol of Singapore, and it is even more beautiful at night. The sculpture was commissioned hoping that it would establish a distinct image that will represent the nation and its history. They created an icon based on the different folklores in the area. The use of the fish in the design comes from the idea of Singapore's beginning as a fishing village. It also symbolizes the cultural values of the Singaporean people, hardworking, thrifty, and down-to-earth, while the lion head signifies courage and bravery in leaping into the future. Until now, the statue continues to be the tourist landmark and main attraction in Singapore. Thank you so much, learners, for joining me in exploring the different architectures and sculptures in the different countries of Southeast Asia. Up to this day, the different architectural and sculptural designs in Southeast Asia continue to tell the stories of the rich history and culture of its respective country. These products of artistry are evidences of how creative and innovative our ancestors were as seen in the utilization of the art elements and principles of design.